that does not make IMN to carry arms. To be factual, in the history of IMN, which was started since around 1983 to date, I think that's when Elzazaki started coming to prominence. They claim one identity, that is they don't carry arms. They always stick to that identity. Now, in the literature research I have done, I have actually not found one place where they did carry arms. However, arms is contextual. When we talk of arms, the tendency is to think AK-47 or machetes. But if there is a protest, a protester comes out of his house with nothing in his hand, of course he's unarmed. He's going a peaceful protest. But if along the way he picks a stone or carries a signpost and attacks a security officer, you can no longer describe him as a peaceful or non-violent protester. And with the issue of attacking security agencies, in all honesty, when a soldier feels threatened because he is holding an arm, that arm is for his own protection and also the protection of the citizens.
Self-defense.
Self-defense. Mm-hmm. Self-defense extends to defense of others, defense of property, according to the rules of engagement. If he feels threatened that you are going to take away that weapon from him, in all honesty, the option for him
anywhere
is to
in the world.
Anywhere in the world.
Yes, of course.
He would shoot or his colleagues would shoot.
Right.
And why does he do that? Because if I allow you to take the weapons, there are two decisions. Either you turn the weapon on myself or you turn the weapon on other citizens.
And the question, of course, that arises is whether or not self-defense is at issue here. Yes. But unfortunately, we've run out of time, sir. Okay. I want to thank you so much for joining us and sharing your thoughts this morning. I have been speaking with retired group captain and security consultant Sadiq Shehu. At this juncture, we close this segment, and I throw it over to Lagos, where Neota is standing by. Neota?
Thank you, Ajuri. Mr. Ogunye, the notion out there is that the Islamic movement of Nigeria does not believe in any form of authority, constituted authority whatsoever. Do you think that's true?
No, I don't think so. Even if they say that as propaganda, their conduct does not suggest that. Either they believe in constitutional authority or not, there's a president in the country. There are courts, there's a judiciary. They go to court. I've just told you that Honorable Justice Gabriel Kolawole awarded 50 million naira damages and ordered that Zik El-Shaki be released. So if they didn't believe in constitutional authority, why did they file that action in court? Why didn't they resort to self-help? Why didn't they just go and release Sheikh El-Zakzaki? So it's one thing for you to just be sloganeering, and another thing for you to take practical steps that belie, your sloganeering. I'm not saying this in their defense, but they're actually different. Certainly, they are different from the other extremists in the Northeast who have been killing our people, who have been killing our soldiers, who have been abducting women and turning them to sex slaves, justifying this by their hate ideology, and killing innocent people, kidnapping people and raising hefty ransom that they know that is almost impracticable to conceive of paying. Okay, they are different from those people, and the military knows that they are different from those people. So when people talk about a perception, and I'm echoing what your guests in Abuja just said, that there's a perception out there that they are very dangerous. I said, well, I don't deal with such perception. I deal with facts. What are the facts? How come a very dangerous sect not been killing our soldiers, killing our policemen? There was an incident in Kaduna. There was a protest, and there was an allegation that their members killed 2 or 3 policemen. Very sad occurrence. I wouldn't know the fact about that matter. But yes, they've been protesting. They've been violent in their protest, throwing stones and all that. But it is false equivalency to suggest that those who may, out of desperation, arm themselves with stones and catapult even, are so weaponized that they are carrying arms, and that in those circumstances may be justifiable for those who are carrying AK-47, to use laser weapon and mow them down and kill them because they are defending themselves. That's not how I see it. And my thought...
Mr. Ogunye, this back and forth is not seemingly helping anybody. It's not. I mean, the military is out there with weapons drawn. The security authorities are already standing on guard and alert and to stem or to stop anything whatsoever. I mean, taking an example from the north is probably all that they are thinking about is we have to end this. Now, we had correspondents, and we still have correspondents in Kaduna who report that during that Commission of Inquiry issue, residents of Zaria and Kaduna also came out to testify against the Shiite movement, I mean the Islamic movement of Nigeria, that they are dangerous, disrupting their own livelihoods, their peaceful livelihoods. Be that as it may, the question I want to ask is, what do we do? What should be the next line of action on both sides to get us out of this situation we're in?
Well, my recommendation is that the federal government should proactively create a mechanism for dialogue. And I'm choosing my words here. I don't want a situation whereby the government will say, yes, they have to embrace peace first. They have to beg us to dialogue and all that. I think that the federal government of Nigeria should create that mechanism so that there could be dialogue. And I've mentioned that there are people in the country, religious people, who talked about peace every time. The JNI, Supreme Council of Islamic Affairs leadership, talk to Nigerians and say that Islam is a religion of peace. I believe so. I have Muslim relatives, uncles, and all that. And so for those who are also be involved in peace building, maybe between two important political personages and all that, they can also weigh in. Let there be a mechanism for resolution, because I don't see a law and order resolution. I don't see a security clampdown solution to this problem. Rather, I see a situation in which both sides can come to the table and then iron out these things under the rule of law. If there are court orders that have to be obeyed, they should be obeyed. If there are things that are being done unlawfully, this should cease. And I give you an example. When the Buhari administration came to power and certain persons in the Niger Delta region were blowing up, oil pipelines and all that, first, the federal government threatened those militants and all that. But it didn't work. It was when Professor Yomi Osinbajo engaged in the shuttle diplomacy while the president was away that violence stopped and normalcy was restored. So in other words, the point I'm making is that we can achieve much in embracing dialogue and ensuring that there is peace and tranquility in the country, more so when we are moving towards a general election. Thank
you very much, Mr. G.T. Ogunye, a legal practitioner. Thank you for sharing your thoughts with us.
Yes,
again, I'd like to say that we did invite representatives of the army and the Islamic movement of Nigeria. They agreed they were going to be here, but as we continue, we're winding down this segment and they couldn't make it. Thank you for watching. Sunrise Edu will be back in a moment. Please don't go away.